Wilhelm Rutherford Templeton may not be a well-known figure by modern standards, but the modern world, for better or worse, would not be possible without him. His mathematical formulas laid the groundwork for the very first computer algorithms. He also pioneered the modern cheese grater, invented the paperclip, and farted in his diaper until some poop came out. Fart, 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 poop, fart, fart. Ha 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 ha! Farts! Fart! Deep fart fried! Ha ha ha!
Hi, everyone. It's your old pal Mickey here with a direct order. I mean, an option that you are strongly encouraged to take advantage of. You will click the link below. You will subscribe to the Pessimist Productions Patreon. I mean, if you wanna, wink wink, there's more content there than, well, you could swing a dead toddler at. Exclusive shows, exclusive streams, hours of exclusive content. Why aren't you clicking? Why aren't you subscribing to the Pessimist Productions Patreon? You're making Mickey sad.
Passing gas. Fart! Flatulating. Fart! Passing gas. Fart! Flatulating. Passing gas. Fart! Flatulating. Fart!
Fart!
Fart! Fart!
Fart! I mean, she's not just saying like fart, she's like fart!
Fart!
That's the most, I think, authoritative, like, speaking of the word
She
fart.
rears back to say it. She's like, fart!
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man.
30 fascinating facts about farts.
I'm a
This was a green
12-year-old.
cloud.
I can't even look at a little fucking cartoon pair of legs with a green wind coming out of it without giggling.
So I already did this one. Everyone farts. If you've ever encountered anyone who swears up and down they don't fart, they're lying. If you're a human being who breathes, you break wind. Gas is essentially the byproduct. We already know what it is. I explained it earlier.
I've heard people claim this.
I've never farted.
I've never farted.
I actually don't fart.
You fart.
Weird thing about me.
Dude, the girl I dated in high school claimed she never shat. She didn't even. She not only did she not fart,
Was
she didn't shit.
Was
She
she
didn't
Kim
even
Jong?
shit.
Was she Kim Jong Il?
Yep.
The medical term for a fart is flatus. If you want to sound super smart when someone steps on a duck, you'll want to use the proper medical term for fart, flatus. It comes from the Latin word meaning the act of blowing.
Bit of flatus, TJ.
Ah, yes, flatus.
Oh,
Excuse my
here.
flatus.
Oh, pardon my flatus.
Oh, this one here, I'm way better than this.
Adults fart about 14 times a day.
Dude, I at least fart like 30 times a day.
I mean,
Minimum.
dude, for a guy that loves farts, it's kind of like the cosmic joke. I'm really not all that farty. So I only get a really good fart like once a week. You know what I mean? And so, man, I can't. Well, I mean, I'll poot a little bit. You know what I mean? You get a little bit of like, but like a really good rumbler, I only get that like once or twice a week.
Increase your fiber, Paul. Increase your
It
fiber.
is impossible to hold in a fart. No matter how sly you think you may be, you cannot hold in a fart. Sure, they can rumble to the surface at inopportune moments, and you can often comport your body in certain ways to prevent the little guy from screeching out, but the gas will escape. If you're lucky, it will do so quietly over an extended period of time to give you the best chance of not being suspected as the one who dealt it.
Man,
Dude.
I've got the fucking key, dude. I know how, and I bet a lot of people do this. Here's how you do it, right? You have a fart that you have to release, and you don't want people to hear it.
Yeah.
You have to like clench your fucking butt cheeks together, right? And bear down on your, like, clench your sphincter. And then you've got to kind of like reach around underneath yourself and peel one butt cheek open. And what that does is it stretches your butthole. Like, imagine your butthole is like a knot, right? And it stretches a little bit. It makes
A wider opening.
Makes a very uniform opening for the air to slowly pass through.
I love this. Yeah, that's a great tip. I love this fucking shit. According to Claire Collins, a professor of nutrition and dietitians at the University of Newcastle, holding on too long means the buildup of intestinal gas will eventually escape via an uncontrollable fart.
You know what, dude? I feel vindicated here because me and Taylor argue about this all the time. Like, I'll just fart openly. She's like, you don't need to fart. I'll be like, you know what? Yes, you do. And this proves right there it's impossible.
No, well, listen to number 7. If you try to hold in a fart, it could leak out your mouth. If you're truly cursed, holding in a tail scudder for too long could mean that the gas will be reabsorbed into your circulation system and could actually leak out your mouth. Do not take any chances. Unleash the air biscuit.
Man, I've met some people that I think do this, dude. I've met some people that got like fart breath.
Your breath smells like farts. You need to let it out your ass. Shakespeare loved a good fart joke.
Who doesn't?
Just as it's considered rude to pass gas in public, the word fart itself has long been considered a vulgarism, making it impolite to talk about bottom burps in certain company. But that didn't stop some of history's most celebrated thinkers from writing about cutting the cheese. William Shakespeare was a master of the fart joke, as evidenced in works like A Comedy of Errors, where the character Dromio of Ephesus says the following: "A man may break a word with you, sir, and words are but wind. Aye, and break it in your face, so he break it not behind."
Yep.
Beautiful.
Geoffrey Chaucer, is that right?
Yeah.
Had a character, "Let fly a fart as loud as it had been a thunderclap" in the Canterbury
That's
Tales.
impressive, man.
Plenty of other classic works feature fart jokes. Dante's Inferno, Aristophanes' The Clouds, Mark Twain's 1601, J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye are just a few pieces of revered literature that waxed poetic about cheek squeaks.
Everybody loves farts, dude.
James Joyce, author of Ulysses, a classic book that I don't think anyone can actually get through or read, but he didn't shy away from fart talk. He actually took it a step further. He seemed to find something romantic in Breaking Wind. When he wasn't busy writing some of the most influential works of the 20th century, Joyce penned some pretty raunchy missives to Nora Barnacle,
Oh, yeah, he did.
his wife and longtime muse. In one letter written in December 1909, he used the word fart a total of 10 times, and mostly in an X-rated context. "I think I would know Nora's fart anywhere," Joyce said. "I think I could pick hers out in a room full of farting women." He described it as a rather girlish noise. So, his love of farts, I think, goes even beyond yours, Paul.
Yeah,
He
I
takes
like
it to
laughing at him. I don't like jerking
He
off
takes it to
him.
a fucking totally different place.
He likes farts.
On that note, farting can be a fetish, but
Yeah.
I got a little section on that later, so don't worry. We'll get to that. One woman who had obsessive thoughts about farting was advised to fart harder. An obsession with squeakers isn't always a fetish, though. In 1982, a pair of scientists at Georgia State University published a case study in the Journal of Behavioral Therapy and Experimental Psychology about a 33-year-old respiratory therapist who could not rid her mind of obsessive thoughts about roaring from the rear. In a rather unorthodox move, she was instructed to intensify flatus emissions, or in layman's terms, when she had to pass gas, she should just fart harder. This contradictory advice helped free her from the thoughts altogether.
Yeah, dude, the farts were building up in her brain.
Yeah,
She was
had to let
holding
them out.
She was holding them back, but as soon as she started letting them out,
I mean, everyone's heard of a brain fart, right?
Yeah. Canadian Parliament once argued about the appropriateness of using the word fart on the
Ridiculous.
chamber floor. Listen to this.
excuse me, sir, excuse me. You should not use that word here in the presence of gentlemen. I love
It's
that.
actually from 2016, so it's not like even that long ago.
Really?
Yes.
So, conservative MP Michelle Rempel, in an impassioned speech, dared to ask, why does the government treat Alberta like a fart in the room that nobody wants to talk about or acknowledge? Rather than answer her question, Green Party leader Elizabeth May admonished Rempel, labeling her question distinctly unparliamentarian. and requesting that her colleague withdraw the statement.
You know what? Blow it out your ass.
May's issue wasn't with the political content of the conversation. It was, in her words, the use of the word. The word was F-A-R-T.
You say the word fart in my
She wouldn't even say it. She wouldn't even say it. She had to spell it out.
F-A-R-T.
She said F.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Are you fucking for real? You've fart?
Eventually, the assistant deputy speaker broke out the House of Commons Procedure and Practice Rulebook and read from the section on unparliamentary language, then declared that the honorable member said a couple of things that were borderline, but it is up to her to decide whether they were unparliamentarian. Someone took offense. I will take it under advisement and bring it back to the table, and we will go from there.
The answer is no.
Man, I just had a fucking epiphany while you were reading that, TJ. I had a bolt from the blue, man, and I'm sorry, but
share it with the class.
I've discovered where I'm moving on after Deep Fat Fried. I've decided to quit Deep Fat Fried. I'm going to start a channel called Farting In ... And I'm going to crowdfund people to send me to famous places, mosques and buildings and churches and theaters, and record myself releasing a fart in each one of them.
Yeah, you go to
I don't blame you.
that sounds cool.
And then I'll just name each video Farting in the Louvre, Farting
Here
in
I am
Parliament.
in the Vatican.
Yes, the Vatican here. Ooh, a juicy fart in the Vatican. Oh, is that the Pope?
Here I am in Mecca.
Yep. Here I am standing by the Holy of Holies in Mecca. Oops. another
Here I am
juicy
by
one.
the Wailing Wall in Israel. I'm going to put my ass right up to one of the holes and... yes.
Wonderful. That's what I like. This next one is good.
Gerald Ford blamed his farts on his Secret Service agents. Canada isn't the only place where politics and pant rippers have come together in an explosive way. When Gerald Ford, the 38th president of the United States, would let one rip, he's said to have regularly blamed it on his Secret Service agents, very loudly saying things like, Jesus, was that you? Show some class.
Hey, you know what? If you're president, you might as well take advantage of it.
I mean, that's good. He was joking. It just shows that he had a good sense of humor
He's
about the fart.
he's got a fucking, he likes to joke around people.
He was a joker.
One boss got sued for allegedly farting too much. It was Greg Short. He was a supervisor at the firm in a firm in Melbourne, Australia. Got sued by David Hinkst, a former employee, who claimed that he was continually bullied by his boss, or more specifically, his boss's gassiness. During the year he worked for the company, Hinkst claims that between May 2008 and April 2009, Short would regularly amuse himself by coming into Short's windowless office, at which point he would lift his bum and fart.
That's awesome.
Hinkst sued for $1.8 million in damages, equivalent to roughly $1.3 million USD. While Short denied being a serial fart attacker, he did acknowledge it was possible that he had let a few go near Hinkst. In any case, the court sided with the company, deciding that hotboxing in office on occasion did not rise to the level of harassment. Hinkst vowed to appeal.
I can appeal for my millions.
It's a bad idea to fart at the police in Germany. In 2016, when Berlin police were asked a group of people to show them some identification, one man floated a pair of farts their way instead.
Yeah, they should have been let go. I mean, if you can just conjure up a fart, like, are your papers in order?
Yeah, here they are.
all right, go on.
The farter in question was fined 900 euros for disrespecting law enforcement and started what became known as the Crazy Toot Trial, which required the participation of 23 law enforcement officials and prompted a huge debate over wasteful public spending.
Well, it makes sense.
Dude, another fart that changed the world a little bit, man.
Some have turned farts into performance art. In the late 1800s, a French baker named Joseph Pujol would often entertain his customers by sucking air into his rectum, then expelling it in a way that he could actually imitate different instrument sounds. While not a fart in a technical sense, Pujol decided to take his act on the road. He adopted the stage name La Pétomée, which combined with the French word for to fart, piter, with the suffix main for maniac.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Basically the farting maniac. And wowed crowds with his talent for passing wind at will. If you'd like to see a flatulence perform for yourself, at least one is still around. England's Mr. Methane, a.k.a. the King of Farts.
Wow.
Scientists have studied how much space a fart can take up. Beans, everyone knows beans do make gas here.
Of course.
It's not, you're not letting... There's no scientific evidence that links how loud a fart is to how it smells or lack thereof. So some people say, like, silent but deadly or whatever. But
whoa. Fuck that, dude. Number 22.
Farts can be visible in cold air.
Hell yeah, dude.
We've all heard stories or seen YouTube videos of people lighting a fart on fire. And yes, it's true that a lit flame and a gaseous toot can make an explosive combination. But here's another fun sciencey fart fact. If a person cuts the cheese in cold weather with their pants down, it would likely be visible in the same way we could see our breath in the cold weather.
There ain't no likely about it, man. There ain't no likely about it. I have seen a fart.
You have seen the fart. Your farts really do smell worse in the shower. Well, it's really just because you're not wearing any clothes, so there's nothing to absorb the smell.
Yeah, it's just like
and you're in an
in
enclosed space, so it's just like it has nowhere to go. You know,
they smell the absolute worst in the bath because it's all like trapped in a bubble that comes out all at once.
God
damn,
it's a stinky ass
bath. It is possible, though unlikely, to spread a disease via a fart.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah. Though it's highly unlikely and would take a very specific situation, namely a person carrying a disease would have to remove their pants and fart squarely at another person in rather close quarters, it is possible for disease to be spread through gas.
Wow.
Now, here's an interesting thing. Lots of animals fart, and for some of them, it can be a genuine matter of life or death. So the Bolson pupfish, a fish found in northern Mexico, feeds on algae and can accidentally ingest the gas bubbles that algae produce in warm temperatures. That becomes dangerous if the air finds its way into the fish's intestines, which make it difficult for the fish to swim. If it doesn't fart to remove the air, it's likely to die, either from being attacked by a predator when it floats to the top of the water or because the gas bubbles rupture its intestines. One of the most notorious animal farters is actually the termite. They might be small in size, but termites live in colonies of millions, so each termite lets a microgram of methane loose per day. It adds up to about 20 million tons of methane per year, or 1 to 3% of global methane emissions from termite farts. Not every animal farts, though. It's thought that octopuses do not fart, nor do soft-shell clams, sea anemones, or birds. Sloths don't fart either, and they may be the only mammal that doesn't.
Poor sloth. Doesn't get the joy of farting.
And I think this is bullshit.
No sloth farts, man.
I think
you think a sloth does fart?
I think every animal farts, bro. We may not have caught a clam farting. We may not have caught an octopus releasing a fucking toot. But I'm telling you, man, I don't think there's a fucking creature on this planet that doesn't fart.
So, Benjamin Franklin would be pleased because apparently there is a pill that claims to make a stinky fart smell sweet.
Let me smell your fart.
If you'd rather avoid the sulfur-like smell of any fart, there's a pill for that. In 2014, a French inventor named Christian Poinchevel claimed he could turn your flatus from sour to sweet with a pill that will make your gas smell like chocolate. If chocolate isn't your thing, there's rose, violet, ginger.
You have to smell your own fart to confirm it, though.
Oh, smells delightful.
A little fruity on that one.
There's also fart neutralizing underwear.
TJ, you need that.
Are ineffective. Some fart filtering fashion is a better bet. There's an entire company, Shreddies. I'm going to look this company up, actually, that uses activated carbon in its line of underwear, pajamas, jeans, and even seat cushions to block the more putrid smells associated with farts.
New fart filters. Perfect.
Damn.
Yeah,
How much are these things?
I'll take you to their website here.
Yeah, let's look at these Shreddies.
Flatulence filtering underwear.
Oh, even bedding.
Bedding, too.
Damn, okay.
Bags,
I
I guess.
You can fart into your bag.
Don't know what's going on there.
They're just proving that it works.
I'm sure these are the people who fucking need this product for sure.
Yeah, definitely. These are the people that are releasing the worst farts.
Yeah, you can just tell. Look at them, and you're like, oh, you guys have some nasty farts, I bet.
Yeah, plebs, it's time to go. We don't want you here no more. Paul and TJ, Scotty too. There's a fucking bottom.